Hi, my name is Allan Ratafia, and I'm grateful to be here today. My wife Margot, who's sitting here today, and I are residents of Broken Sound, and we've loved living here since 2020. By way of background, I'm a CPA with a master's in taxation. I built a CPA firm from scratch and sold it. Then I went on to build multiple software companies. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, but I'm also a beekeeper by passion. First, let me thank the nominating committee for giving me the opportunity to present to you today. I'd also like to thank our existing board and staff for their efforts in running BSMA. I've spent the last few years asking a lot of questions so I can understand how Broken Sound operates. Unquestionably, BSMA serves a vital role. It promotes our health, safety, welfare, and controls the appearance and specifications of all our grounds, structures, and lakes, including our villages and club. It impacts almost everything we want to do to develop Broken Sound into the future. And with that extraordinary authority should come extraordinary responsibility. Specifically, it requires outstanding leadership, transparency, congenial communication, and inclusiveness. After all, our members invest $5.5 million per year to fund BSMA. That's around $3,500 on average per home and around $200,000 on average per village. I do not believe that BSMA should solve its issues alone or in a silo. Rather, we should involve the people, in particular our villages, and we should not feel vulnerable about doing that. In fact, we have a responsibility to do that. I'm a big proponent of consensus leadership. I try to understand the issues from all sides and then move forward to resolve. If I'm elected, I will work closely with our board and challenge them to be mindful of our own spending right now, even with money in reserves. I also pledge to include our villages on all important decision making. Some of the things I'd like to consider looking closer at are the cost and proposed front entrance renovation and its alternatives. I'd also like to look at the proposed new BSMA office facility and its alternatives. I'd also like to look at minimizing any potential BSMA liability for environmental issues related to our lake banks. On the technology infrastructure side, I'd like to bring it up to date. I'd like to upgrade our software so we can manage our tasks and communication better. Upgrade our cybersecurity framework so we can protect our homeowners' sensitive data. I'd like to automatically add homeowners to the BSMA email list because too few of our homeowners don't get the BSMA communication. Expedite vehicle guest entry through our gates using QR technology and barcoding. I also want to look at the upcoming hotwire contract. I have a handout of these thoughts that are available if you'd like them afterwards, or I can email them to you tomorrow. As of today, I don't know many of you, but I would have liked to. You see, I was politely asked not to ask you any questions as part of my due diligence to prepare for today. I was advised that it would be considered campaigning. Interestingly, there are no election or campaign rules in the BSMA governing documents. I want to know the issues you face in your villages and your perspective on how BSMA is functioning in our Broken Sound ecosystem. I want to hear both the good and the bad. Apparently, beginning tomorrow, I now have a few-day window where I can finally speak with you before you cast your vote. And I'd like to do just that. So every president on my list will receive a phone call or email from me. I see this as the beginning of an important working relationship together. And in closing, I'd like to see all of our Broken Sound interests working together. There's nothing in any of our governing documents that say we can't. I want to help shape Broken Sound's future. I have the time, I have the energy, and I take this opportunity very seriously. There's something else to consider. I come as someone without any Broken Sound baggage. I come with a clean slate and I'm not tied to any past issues. You know, there's a reason why the windshield of your car is much bigger than the rear view mirror. And that's because what's coming up is much more important than what has passed. I'm interested in the future of Broken Sound. I want transparency and inclusivity. And if that's something you find refreshing, then please vote for me. Thank you.